Hello and welcome to this tutorial in Premiere Pro. I'm Luisa Winters. Today I would like to continue talking about keyframes. Let's get to it. In here we see the same clips that we have been working with for a while, so let's go ahead and select the first one. We go into the Effect Controls panel and we see the properties of this particular clip. Let's go ahead and change the scale to a 25%, and there you go. I'm going to shut the transparency grid off and I'm going to double click this. Maybe I just want to start here. So I would like for this clip to go from left to right to back left, and for that I can just copy and paste the keyframes. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go from left, which is here, first the when, that's the playhead, then the what. So here we go. I'm going to keyframe position. I'm going to move the playhead to about yay. I'm going to go all the way to the right, and there it is. I'm going to stay there on the right for a little bit. So when, and I'm going to copy that keyframe. I'm going to select it, Control C, Command C on the Mac, and I'm going to paste. Control V, Control C, Control V, Command C, Command V. And now I'm going to move my playhead again, and I'm going to copy the very first one, Control C, Control V, and there you go. I'm going to move these a little bit so that it's more equidistant, and here we go. Left, right, stay to the right, back left. And if I wanted to stay on the right a little bit longer, I'm just going to grab those two and move them like yay. And in fact, I might just even do that. And of course, between these two is now less time, so my interpolation, that's the change, will be faster. So left, right, stay to the right, and then back left. So I can copy and paste these keyframes however I want, and I can move them in time however I want. I can also copy from one clip to another clip, and I can delete them as well. So I can take these two, I can delete them, and now I'm left with only two keyframes. So it's going to start left and then slowly move to the right, because now the amount of time that is happening between the first and the second keyframes is much longer. So of course, the clip is moving slower between left and right. All right, so we can combine these keyframes, right? So for example, I can go ahead and select these two, and I can copy, and now I can paste, and there you go. So point A, point B, point B, point A. And let me just play it so that you see it. And it goes to the left, and I'm going to speed that a little bit. There you go. Now, maybe I want for my clip to become larger at the same time that it's moving to the right. Okay, so I can now place my playhead on top of the first keyframe for position, and I can keyframe scale. Now, if I'm going to manually move my playhead to the second keyframe, I might miss it, and I want to be exactly on top of that keyframe. So this here is a Keyframe Navigator. This icon takes me to the next keyframe, and this one here takes me to the previous one. The middle icon either adds a keyframe if there isn't any at that point in time, or it deletes an existing keyframe. So I don't want to delete anything, but I want to just go on top of the second keyframe, and now I'm going to make my scale larger. That will add the second keyframe to scale. First the when, then the what. So here we go. Now the next one, add a keyframe for scale. So that's a good point to use that icon. And then there you go, the very last one, and I'm going to copy and paste the first keyframe of scale. So now it's moving and becoming larger exactly at the same time. And that's not too shabby. So let's go ahead and add one more. Maybe we want to add rotation. So here we go, rotation, and now I'm going to move in between keyframes a little bit differently. I'm going to scrub this here, so I'm just going to manually move my playhead, and as I move, I'm going to press the Shift key. And now my playhead is going to snap to where the other keyframe is. And now I can rotate it. There you go. Snap, keyframe, snap, copy, and paste. And there you go. It's moving to the right, it's becoming larger and rotating at the same time. And then of course going back. Not too bad. So remember, you can time things however you want to time them. First the when, so you put the playhead where it needs to be. You can do that in any of the ways that we already saw. You can scrub the timeline. You can type in a timecode number here. You can start scrubbing the timeline and then press the Shift key, and the playhead is going to snap to visible existing keyframes. So do it however you want, but that is a very good and easy way that you can use to time things that are seemingly connected, but in reality, you see that they're not. All right, this takes us to the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please hit like, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.